Everything Everywhere All at Once is awesome-tacular.
10 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is a fantastic movie.
92% with my score.
Well, you guys asked for it, but think you might be a bit disappointed. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a big deal this year. It has extremely high critic reviews, is the 13th highest rated film ever on Letterboxd, and has been called one of the most original films to come out of the 21st century. And while I agree that one of those levels of praise is valid, the rest are questionable at best. Let's not waste any time here, and before you dislike the video, just hear me out, alright? Everything Everywhere All at Once is the perfect movie for the TikTok attention span. Now that seems really mean, and it is, but once again, just listen. This movie is a mess. When I see positive reviews of this movie on YouTube, they all say that this movie maintained its message through its breakneck pacing, which is not true. The movie has way too much going on. It introduces the main characters in such a short amount of time to the point where the character traits boil down to, oh, this character's gay. Oh, this character's unsupportive. Oh, this character is just an asshole. I will give this movie some credit. I think over the course of the movie, Wayman's character is executed fantastically. When you think he would just be that stereotypical nice no matter what character, because nice is good and that's about it, his character is actually more layered. But we'll get to that later. What I will say is that Evelyn's character is really bad. This is not against Michelle Yeoh at all. I think she did an exceptional job with this movie and is a very good actress. But Evelyn has literally zero interesting aspects about her character. Like, oh great, she's overprotective and wacky and too emotionally held back. And I don't want to call this the literal definition of an Asian mom stereotype, because her character does have more layers than that, but it is pretty close. And I think the problem is really just that she never seems to fully understand or have an opinion on what is right or wrong. She is so confused, which you could agree is the point. We're all confused to a point of what we want to be, but then Waymond, the good guy of the story, has his morals all figured out. His idea of fighting back with kindness is really inspiring and shows you that you don't have to use anger or violence to fight back, but little messages like this are so lost in a story that says, oh, you should be confused, but you should also figure it out. And then they have this breakneck pacing in between. It doesn't feel cohesive. This movie rarely stays with one scene, as it is always just changing extremely fast to something that will have very little to do with the previous scene. This movie's humor is humor I really could not connect with. It's the wacky type of humor, which means that instead of actual funny jokes, the movie expects the audience to just burst out laughing at how wacky everything is. Oh, it's so quirky. The pacing sucks. For the first 30 minutes, it's kind of boring because nothing happens, but then it changes to fast-paced action scenes out of nowhere. It feels so inconsistent that I really couldn't care about the characters. I didn't even enjoy the cinematography because it was so inconsistent. This movie is just really a big mess. The filmmakers had so much ambition going into this and really tried to do everything, everywhere, all at once, but it was just not my thing. But that's the problem with talking about a movie like this. The things I really didn't like about this movie could be the best aspects for other people. I personally did not enjoy this film, but it seems like everyone else on the planet really did, and I can see why. It's not a bad movie, I just hated the inconsistency of it all. And above all else, the messaging and technical aspects of this film were well done. But it was just a movie that I did not enjoy watching because it felt like 3 movies and therefore it felt several more hours than it actually was. Sure, this movie was a mess, but the more I think about it, the more I do like it because of its messaging and importance. But the execution could have been so much better. And the ideas of the film don't make the film. It's the execution for me. And I'm sorry, I didn't really like it that much. And, yeah, for this movie I'm feeling a 5 or maybe a 6 if I'm feeling generous. I'm sorry, okay? Listen, I warned you that this was gonna be a rough take. I don't want to be known as that guy who just hates everything that everyone else loves, but I could just not enjoy this film as much as I tried to. But overall, I will say that it was entertaining at the very least, and although it left a bad taste in my mouth, it probably won't leave a bad taste in yours. Honestly, I don't think this movie is that bad. I just personally didn't like that. I know I've said that a lot this video, but I really just want to get it into your mind that I don't think this is a bad movie, so please don't hate comment on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and yeah.